Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas.
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Julia.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Jacob.
What are we doing here, Jacob?
Hey, Jacob.
We're
Jacob.
we're doing a Drawfee episode. We do this all the time. Where we sit down and we get on the Zoom call and we record drawings.
I have
and,
no memories of this.
Well, that's fine because we're doing something brand new today, so you don't
Whoa.
need memories
Wow.
to do this.
Okay.
Oh.
All
Who
you
am I?
need is the ability to listen to what I'm about to tell you,
Oh,
which you may or may not
bad
possess.
news.
I'm all ears. I'm ready to listen.
So this was an idea that I came up with, and
Oh.
I feel really bad because I talked about it in a Drawfee Patreon bonus stream, and one of the viewers came up with the perfect name for it, and then I forgot their name, and now I can't properly credit them.
Oh.
Wow.
But maybe I'll find out their name before this goes up, and it will flash on screen at some point during this intro.
That'd be fun.
But we're doing a blind copycat challenge.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What does that mean, you might ask?
Uh-huh.
It means that Julia has thought of a celebrity,
Oh.
and Julia is going to draw the celebrity while at the same time giving instructions to Nathan
Oh.
on like the lines that she's doing, the shapes she's doing. Nathan's going to follow the instructions without knowing the celebrity. And
Ah.
at the end, we're going to see how close he got to what Julia drew.
Yeah.
You, the viewer, will see both drawings happening at the same time on your screen due to the magic of editing.
Ooh.
But we on this end, me and Julia, will not see what Nathan has done until the very end when we'll reveal it to ourselves. So that'll be an exciting reveal for us.
Yeah.
And you'll be in on it all along, viewer.
And, you know, if you want to have it be a reveal, you could, like, tape a piece of paper to half of your computer screen or something.
Yeah.
And only watch half the screen. You know, it's up to you. It's sort of choose your own viewing experience.
Or close
here.
one eye.
Oh, yeah. That'll work.
That'll definitely work. So, Julia, whenever you're ready to get started.
Yeah. I think the way that I'm going to give instructions is the natural instructions that go through my head while I draw celebrities from reference.
I think that's
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
However you want to do it.
I'm going to become such a good artist from this. I'm so glad, by the way, that Julia, you're the one giving me instructions and not the other way around.
We thought about doing it that way, but we're saving that for maybe a sequel if this is fun.
Yeah.
If people watch this and think this was good, but I wish that everyone was having a worse time, we can do it again. And I'll...
We don't know how this is going to go. We could already have a bad time.
Let's see. Let's find out. I can't imagine it would be better with me doing the instructions, but let's get into
Let's
it.
start. All right, I'm going to draw the circle for the head.
Head circle.
The head circle, I'm going to try and make it
Okay.
as nice and round as possible.
Just like a good circle.
Just like a good circle. It takes me forever to draw a good circle.
When I try and draw a circle, I do like kind of a little blob, and then I'm just like, that's good enough, I think. But I'll try and do a better circle.
All right, this person is looking to our right, their left. It's like a 3/4.
To our right.
So I'm drawing sort of a midpoint here in the face, down the center line, so that I can draw the 3/4.
A classic 75 cents pose.
Classic 75 cents pose.
I think I get what's happening here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm just, quadranting the face, as they say.
Doing some quadrants.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to curve the right side of the circle down to sort of like form that face side.
The face side, as they call it.
Oh, you know that face side?
Face side.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
Okay,
have a
yeah.
record, you have the A side and the face side.
The face side. Okay, sure.
So then horizontally, I'm splitting this circle 50%.
Straight across?
Straight across. I get it bisected.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right?
think I'm doing it. I think
Okay.
so. I
feel
hope
like
so.
You're being so nice to Nathan because I feel like normally when you draw celebrities on these episodes, you're just like, I'm just gonna draw an eyeball, and then just like go out from there with no guiding lines. Whatsoever.
Yeah, we're not doing the nose out. I was so ready to just start with a nose and try
Well,
and figure it out, but
I have great news for you.
are we drawing the nose?
We're drawing the nose.
Yeah! Let's go!
The nose starts at the 50% line,
Mm-hmm.
right? The horizontal 50% line and a little left of that 3/4 line. and it curves. It
Right.
curves towards the left, and then it does a gentle swoop to the right.
Gentle swoop.
Really just mapping out here.
Kind of a cute nose.
Yeah, it's a little cute nose.
Yeah.
Is the nose scale standard though?
Vaguely
Is
standard.
it vaguely standard?
Well,
Or is it big?
if you go
Is the nose big, Julia?
if you go according to the lines we've drawn, then yes,
Mhm.
the nose scale is standard.
Of course it is. All right, cool.
What
I
a
would
good
say.
question, Jacob.
Good question, Jacob.
Good job, Jacob.
You're gonna nail the nose now because you know about the scale.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, this is looking like a face so far.
I will say this person that I've chosen to draw is going to be a challenge for me personally.
Okay.
So,
Why'd you do that?
I just thought
You could have chosen anyone.
I just thought, let's make it as hard as possible for everyone
Okay.
involved.
Sure. Yeah.
So the bottom of the nose,
Yeah.
where it starts, curving back to meet the skin on the face,
Yeah.
right?
That face skin.
Since it's a 3/4, we get a little bit of the hint of the far side of the nose to make that V.
Okay.
And then it's like a wide V. It's not a very tight V. It's a wide V.
Where's the V?
Like just above the nostrils,
Uh-huh.
you get a harsh slope on the right side and then a gentler slope on the left side.
It's
They
like
have a-
the tip of the nose.
Yeah, they have a pretty pronounced nose tip.
I think I'm lost, but I'm just going to keep going. You just keep going and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Is the V the nose tip?
Yeah,
So it goes like, okay.
the little nose ridge. So then you get sort of that like teardrop shape that nostrils do. And it's pretty thin. It goes up. It's like a little fallen over semicolon or comma.
Little fallen over semicolon. Yeah, sure. Totally.
The nose tip. It's like a little fallen over semicolon.
I think I understand. I hope.
Okay. Then you get like the nostril edge here, the sides of the nose
Yeah.
next to the nostrils. Okay. It's got a short bottom side, and then it pretty much goes almost completely vertical, slightly to the right. And then we're going to connect that upper nostril V that we drew earlier. I'm going to move this nostril tip a little bit up because it's not centered in this shape that I've drawn.
Nostril tip V. Oh no.
Nostril tip V is my favorite isekai anime.
I don't know what I'm doing over here. I've drawn a nose, but I don't know. I don't know, Julia.
Julia's getting really poetic with her language.
I'm so
It's like,
sorry.
This is how I think about it in my
the
head.
collapsed semicolon of the nostril.
So then, like the little nostril bridge, the space between the nostrils,
Uh-huh.
it's like got a little bit of a dent. So I'm just gonna draw it, and it's like the little dent is like closer to where it like meets, sort of like the under the above the lip. So just a little detail.
I don't know what we're talking about, so I'm just gonna wait until we get to something that I can understand.
Okay, let's go to the eyebrow on the right, their left, our right.
Okay.
So it's a really sculpted eyebrow. And it starts like towards the top of that nose line that we drew.
Okay. Close to, but not touching.
Well, it starts there. Yeah. It starts touching it.
Oh, it does.
And
start
it's like
touching, okay.
on the horizontal 50% line that we drew earlier.
It's on the 50% line.
Yeah, it starts there and then it leaves it immediately.
Okay, it goes up.
It
I'm
just
assuming.
it just smooches it. Yeah, it goes up like pretty harshly. I've realized that I've mapped my own face incorrectly, but that's okay. And then it swoops down. They have a pretty angular eyebrow and thinnish.
Thinnish.
Thinnish. It's not a very thick eyebrow. It's nice and sculpted and pretty thin.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta move this all over to be on the 3/4 line.
Moving it over, which direction?
Well, I put it on the 50% line because I got Noivus. So it's actually on the 3/4 line towards the right. That 3/4 line that I drew on the
Uh-huh.
right, between the 50% and the edge of the face, The nose is supposed to be sitting on that, and I didn't do that.
Okay, that's where I have
I was
it.
a coward.
It's what you said to Nathan to do.
Yeah.
I think that's what I have.
Yeah. So now we're going to do this.
God, I'm so nervous.
I don't think I'm leading you very well.
No, you're doing
It's
great.
hard to describe.
You're doing so much better than I would be doing, so don't even worry about it.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to bisect again from the edge of the face to that 3/4 line, dead center. And that's where the center of our eye is going to sit.
Bisect. Okay. So
Yeah.
Vertically.
Vertically, yeah. Thank you.
That makes sense.
So the eyeball, the tear duct just doesn't touch, I should say. There's a little gap. And it starts where the nose dips into the face the most. Like that little nose ridge.
Okay,
So like
well, I hope that's where I put it. I hope where I put it was right.
Where it like bows in, like the deepest part of that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Then they got pretty half lid, almond shaped eye that doesn't touch the edge of the head.
But what punctuation mark does it the most resemble? Perhaps a bracket, perhaps a caret.
It looks like a seashell.
What? A seashell?
A seashell.
Yeah. And then they got like a nice gentle slope on that bottom eyelid, and then it swoops back up. They also are wearing pretty heavy makeup. So they have heavy eyeliner on that top eyelid.
Lashes?
Yes. Lashes, long lashes that touch and go beyond the edge of the face.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
This is to go even further beyond.
Further beyond.
Nice. Okay.
Now, the bottom eyelid that swoops down has pretty heavy black eyeshadow underneath, so it's nice and soft, but it's still like heavy. So you can see a clear distinction between where the makeup is and like that top ridge of that bottom eyelid, where that depth would be.
Doing depth of eyelid. This is something I never include in my drawings, so... Okay.
It's not important, but I like it. It's a nice detail.
All right, I think I'm doing it, but I have no idea.
And then they got them bottom eyelashes.
Do they also extend past the
They
edge of
don't.
the face?
That would be terrifying. Okay, then that bottom eyelid is about halfway between the eyebrow and the eyelid, the top eyelid. And it just, does a nice bracket swoop up.
I don't know what that means.
So it's like if you
Bracket
go
swoop
to the
up.
right side of the eyeball and you swoop up towards the eyebrow, and then you would curve it back to meet the tear duct to make that top eyelid. Basically, like the eyelid sits on top of the eye and then goes into like the eye socket. So it creates this like swoop.
It's an upper eyelid.
It's the upper eyelid.
I thought we were talking about the lower eyelid.
Oh, I moved on to the upper eyelid.
Okay. Well, great. Awesome.
Is that cool? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's very cool. Super cool.
I felt sarcastic. I'm scared.
No,
No, it's so
everything's
cool.
great. Everything's great.
It's
I love
so
it.
good.
Julia, I'm having a great time
Yeah?
drawing
I'm scared.
with you, my friend.
Then she's got eyeshadow
Mm-hmm.
above that eyelid and under the eyebrow,
Mm-hmm.
but like closer to that eyelid. So
Okay.
it wouldn't touch the eyebrow, but it's there. Yeah.
I don't know how to draw makeup.
I'm using a very soft brush, so
I don't
You don't
know
have
how
to.
draw makeup.
You do have to.
you do have to because I described it.
Okay, well, mine is gonna look like I did her makeup. So that's just. I apologize to whoever this woman is. I did a bad job with her makeup.
So the eye, that like the iris and the
Yeah.
cornea and all that.
Yeah.
So she's looking
All that.
All that.
and all that. She's looking slightly right of like where center would be. I guess let's say center. Let's just say center. So it's like a squished circle. The bottom of the cornea or iris or whatever is touching the bottom eyelid, but then
Mhm.
like the top of it, it's basically cut in half because of
Okay.
the
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Is that the first thing I've said that's made sense this whole time?
I thought the nose was pretty good.
Okay.
I thought bisecting the circle was I was really on board with that.
I love bisect the circle. It's a very fun sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got that's a circle inside an eye. That looks like an eye to me.
Okay. And then
It looks like an eye with some really sloppily done makeup by your boy.
then she's got like light-ish eyes, probably like light
Uh-huh.
brown eyes. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
like fill that in with my soft brush.
Okay.
You know, if you don't have a soft brush, that's fine. If you
Okay.
don't have a soft brush, that's fine.
And then a little pupil in there, I assume.
Yeah.
She does have pupils.
She does, in fact, have pupils.
I love that for her.
So she has eyeshadow under her eyes I described that would fill in that bottom eyelid. Doesn't touch the tear duct, but I'm just going to throw that in now because I didn't do it earlier. So let's talk about kind of the ditch of the skull where it goes from forehead into brow into where it goes towards the eye.
The ditch.
It's
The ditch of the skull of where it goes from forehead into eyebrow into eye.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So the ditch where it goes from eyebrow to eye, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a gentle slope that doesn't quite touch the eye, but does go in. Like a really shallow parentheses.
Back to punctuation, baby.
Back to punctuation. And then she's got a really gentle, curved forehead. It's like really soft. So you can kind of just continue that circle that you drew,
Okay.
you know, from the eyebrow up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then she's got some protruding cheeks. They really go out and then in. And they kind of like go in.
Do they go out? They don't go out further than the brow.
They go slightly further than the brow, but not by much. And then I would say it comes back in to go parallel with the bottom of the nose.
You're drawing one of the chipettes.
You gave it away. Now we have to draw the rest of this, knowing it's a chipette.
Dang.
Dang.
Are we ready to move to the next eye, maybe?
Wherever you want to, you're in the driver's seat, Julia. I'm following you.
Yeah, let's do the next eye.
Okay.
So on that horizontal 50% line that we drew,
Mm-hmm.
Jacob's going to hate this. Just right of the left nostril line
Okay. I hope I put that in the good spot.
is where you start that eyebrow.
Can I ask a question? How much am I allowed to ask questions? I've been asking a lot of questions, but this is a big one.
It depends on what you can ask the question and then I will
Evaluate.
evaluate.
Okay. If I were to draw a vertical line that went through the center of the circle.
Yeah. Vertical?
Yeah, just a vertical line through the center of the circle, not on the 3/4 view that we did. How close is the nostril to that line?
May I answer or no?
I think you can answer this question.
Okay. I would say that it is 50% between the 3/4 and the 50%.
Oh my God, amazing.
You did it?
Whew. All right, we're doing it.
Good job,
Okay.
Nathan.
Okay, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that for me and my ability to draw faces. Okay.
So the eyebrow, again, thin,
So straight up from there. Boop. Yep.
goes up gently so that she doesn't look
Gentle.
mad. And it's like slightly curved, again, just to make
she
her look
doesn't
not
look-
mad.
She doesn't look mad.
She looks a little mad, but not like mad. She just kind of looks disappointed.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's that's how a lot of the faces I draw end up looking
So
at me. Just like, why'd you draw me like this, guy?
Couldn't you have done a little better?
Couldn't you have tried a little harder?
So then like the wing of the eyebrow, the outside, is really thin and again gently curved down.
Gently, so gently.
Be so gentle.
Be
Yeah.
so gentle with this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So then, in accordance to the usual face rules, the tear duct, which will be on the same line as, horizontally as the other tear duct you drew, also vertically up from the nostril.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to start your tear duct there. So this, now stay with me here, kind of looks like when a penguin goes flying and they just slide on their belly.
Yeah.
and you're looking at the side of them. This is what this eye looks like.
Yeah.
So we got the little head of it that goes up.
Wait, which part is the head? Is that the tear duct?
Yeah, it's the tear duct. We're starting from the right side of the eye.
The tear duct goes up?
Goes up to the left.
Does the other tear duct go up?
I think you're giving confusing instruction here. The tear duct does not go up. It points down like tear ducts do.
Okay, that's
right,
what I
but
thought.
like if you're starting from the tear duct going into the upper eyelid,
The line
okay.
goes up.
the line
from
go up.
The tip of the tear duct.
Okay, so I was okay, yes. And it looks like a little seal or any of those torpedo little
Yeah, and then
little swimmy guys.
because her eyes are half lidded, it
Mhm.
goes down to meet on the same horizontal plane as the tear duct, the edge of the other side of the eye. And then we got the belly of the penguin. Nice curve.
Beautiful.
We got the
penguin
little
curve.
the little beak is the tear duct, and then it goes down. Yeah. See what I
Yeah.
mean, Jacob?
Yeah,
Do you
I see
see
what
it?
you mean.
Do you see it? See what I mean,
I see what you mean.
Jacob? This is a hard challenge.
You're doing great though.
So I both have to draw it myself and think about how to describe it, and I don't think I'm doing.
I like the penguin.
You like the penguin?
Descripto.
Okay.
Yeah, the belly
The belly of the penguin.
The belly of the penguin. He's going like.
So again, we have that eyeshadow that goes on the under eyelid. That gets thinner as it gets to the inside, thinner and lighter.
Sure.
And then we have that heavy eyeliner on the top. That's thin on the side of the tear duct, and then gets thicker towards the end, and then it goes into a wing. Like we get a little penguin wing.
Okay.
I'm sure that this very famous person would love if I described their makeup as looking like a penguin going on their belly.
I'm sure they would.
So then we have the eye. Since the crest of the top of like the eyelid is more towards the right, that's where the eye is sitting. That's why it's like popped up a little bit, is because your eye is in a perfect circle. It's got a little bump on it, which is where your cornea and iris sit.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see a little bit of the white of the eye on the right side. So it's not touching like where the tear duct area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so curious to see what Nathan is doing. I
I
really
know,
wish I
me
could
too.
see.
Me too.
I feel like I can't even imagine.
I'm curious what I'm doing.
All right. So then she's got that upper eyelid, again, kind of 50% between the eyebrow and the eye.
Gotta make it not look like she's looking off in multiple directions, Nathan. Come on. She's sort of looking to our right, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of like, well, not really like her straight ahead, but sort of.
Yeah, slightly right of her straight ahead.
Well, mine looks like she's maybe not focused on anything in particular.
She's just thinking about things. She's zoning out.
Yeah. How do I? Oh no. Okay. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on.
Hold
We're
it.
gonna make this look okay.
She's got them bottom eyelashes as well.
Bottom eyelashes. Got it.
You can see the
On
hint of
it.
them.
Hint of them.
Just a taste.
Just a taste. So the mouth.
Okay. Mouth.
She's got
This is Morticia Adams.
She's got no real distinct like V in the mouth.
No distinct V in the mouth.
Yeah. It's like pretty straight across.
Like Todd from Mario.
Like Todd from
Mhm.
Mario. Of course you
Mhm.
get the little dip on the other side because of the depth of that lip.
Which part of the mouth are we drawing? We're starting with the line.
I was doing the center line of the lips.
Center line of the lips, no V. It just goes straight across.
Correct.
Okay. How far?
It like curves slightly up towards like the width of the nostrils just about, but very slightly.
Very slightly. Okay.
Yeah. This looks very funny right now.
Can you see the far nostril, or is it blocked by the nose tip?
You see a hint of the far like nostril edge, but not like the hole itself.
Okay, got it.
So then take like the lip where you've stopped at that left nostril.
It looks so funny without the lips. It's just this little line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Okay.
Okay, so then take that line that you drew that stopped at the nostril, and then just like slope it down so that it meets about like if you drew a straight line down from her pupil, that's like where the edge of the mouth would be.
So it curves up from the edge of the nostril to her eye center, is what you're saying. It's like straight and then it curves up.
It's like basically straight, but curves up slightly like a really flat U.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Appallingly flat me.
Right. But it curves up slightly.
Uh-huh.
And then it dips down.
And then it dips
Slightly.
down slightly. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Wow. That looks like a mouth shape now. Okay.
We're getting somewhere. Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay.
So then her bottom lip really starts at the edge of this mouth, and it is so round and plump.
Okay.
I don't know why the edge of this mouth.
Yeah, the lip starts at the edge of the mouth. That makes sense.
Of this mouth.
Of this mouth. Okay.
There are other mouths.
It's very round and plump.
And the lowest part of it, because she's, looking to the side, is slightly right of center. And then it goes up, pretty quickly to like round up and meet that side.
Does it stick out past the edge of the face?
No. I might need to move this mouth down a little bit to make room for the top lip. Because she also has a pretty large top lip.
That would make sense.
Dang, she got a top and bottom lip?
I know. She's got it all.
Right now it looks like she's going,
Yeah, that's what mine looks like she's doing.
Okay.
Is there any V shape in the top lip?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is basically like center of the nostril down to the center of the nose, and then up to where you would assume the center of the other nostril is. And then it rounds down.
Yeah.
And then on the left side, it's like a softed rounded down because it's,
The angle's not as sharp.
Right.
Over there. Got it. Okay. I mean, this is now this kind of looks like RuPaul.
Okay, it's not RuPaul.
Okay. I'm just saying mine kind of right now looks like that.
I can see where it could look like RuPaul.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think you're not far off.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I imagine the instructions, I can see where it could look like RuPaul.
I don't know if you're using a soft brush, but she does have darker lipstick on.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of very quickly throwing that in just because I have other makeup going on in other places. I want to be consistent.
I think you're doing a very good job, Julia.
Yeah?
With your drawing.
Thank you. I really like drawing celebrities from reference. It's fun for me.
That makes one of us.
Yep. I'm the only one who ever enjoys the celebrity drawing challenges.
She got any shine marks on these lips?
Very slightly. I have a feeling she's using a matte lipstick.
Okay.
Who's Matt?
Hey.
Okay.
This looks very funny right now because it looks like a basketball what someone stuck a face to.
It looks like Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Android woman.
So let's talk about chins.
Okay, yeah.
So the chin.
This is really going to tie it together, I bet.
The mouth sits equidistant from the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. Okay. So if you want to draw the same amount of space south of the mouth as you have at the top.
Or I should maybe move the mouth. I don't know.
That's
we'll
true.
Find out.
We'll find out if it looks unnatural.
Yeah.
Mine, I needed to nudge a little bit, but also I make my faces too long, so I'm going to actually do the opposite of what I just said I would do. She also, very importantly, has a little chin dimple.
A chimple.
Chin pole.
A chimple. Chin.
Just a limber chimple. Just a limber chimple and then a dimple.
Where is it, the dimple?
It goes from the bottom and comes up a little bit.
Okay.
Sort of butt chin-esque.
Yep.
She's got a little bit of a butt chin. Okay.
Yeah. So let's connect it to the cheek. She's got a little bit of the jaw popping out a little bit. So if you take the chin and start to round it up a little bit, so it looks like the bottom of an apple, right? And then it breaks off, goes to the right slightly so that you get a little bit of an angle. It gets nestled in that cheek a little bit. So the cheek still has some definition and it still comes in a little bit because she's got some pretty predominant cheekbones.
I don't know, but I believe
it's hard to describe.
I believe you, though.
Thank you.
I trust you, and I believe you. We're just going to do it like this.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Say.
Okay.
Okay.
So then the ear.
Oh, we're going ear. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we'll kind of hook the ear to the chin, and it'll be easier that way. So if you take that 3/4 line, if you take the 1/4 line, if you bisect it kind of halfway between the back of that circle you drew and that 1/4 line, you can start to draw your ear there. And it's kind of hidden by hair. So you can see like where it starts on the head and it goes up to the left, but then it gets hidden by hair.
We're looking for that 1/8 line.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Classic 1/8 line
Classic
action.
1/8. Thank you, Jacob.
Okay.
And it starts, on par with the eyebrow, which is where.
Yeah.
Actually, she's got tiny ears. I stand corrected. It goes south of that.
Her ear's too short.
It actually starts on par with her eye.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
She's got tiny ears. This
Tiny
lady.
little ears, this lady. Okay.
So then her hair is kind of pushed back, but it's like long and flowy. So
Is it covering the top of the ear or no?
the part of like where your hair starts to come out of your head, just above your, I guess like it would be kind of like the sideburn area for,
Mm-hmm.
right, just the top of that. And that is getting tucked behind her ear.
Okay.
And then the hair from further up from that is coming down to cover the ear.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's like coming around a little bit towards the front to kind of touch her neck.
We haven't even started the neck.
Yeah. And her hair starts pretty close to like the top of the circle you've drawn. If you want to
Okay.
draw like, I don't know, probably a 1/8 horizontal line from the top.
1/8 horizontal. So half, quarter, eighth.
And she's got a side part. It goes over her left eye, but on our right side. And again, it's basically going back. Her right side of her head, our left side of our canvas, is going kind of sideways. Like if she were to put her hand on her head and then like pull her hair back towards like the center of her head, it would kind of like make this curve. That's kind of the direction her hair is going in.
I don't know what that means.
Sorry.
I believe you.
Julia's like speaking in tongues over
I'm
here.
sorry.
Okay.
It's hard to describe.
I believe you.
Just know that it's getting like pushed back and down.
Yeah, this is looking like a face.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
Jacob, do you have a guess going off of my drawing? Don't say it, but
I already know who it is. I saw on your phone.
What? You cheated.
I didn't mean to. I just saw.
My God.
But I would have guessed it based on the drawing.
Okay, good.
I think it's very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So then on the other side of her head, like where on the other side of the part, it has some volume up and around. So it's kind of like looping around
Looping around what?
To the right.
to the right.
To the
Like down towards her eye. If you were to draw early
Uh-huh.
2000s anime girl bang shape,
Uh-huh.
that's the kind of shape that it's making, but then it goes like behind her head.
It goes behind her head before or after the eyelashes.
It's still like in the forehead region. So it's a pretty tight circle.
I hope.
That's all you can do
That's all you can
at
do.
this
Okay.
point.
Okay.
Pray to whatever gods you believe in.
Okay. So let's do the bottom of the ear,
Right.
which is level with the bottom of her nose,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
And then she's just got all that ear info in there. You can only see a little bit of it, so I'm not even going to bother to try and describe it because I don't know how to describe ears. I apologize.
I don't either.
It's
fine.
a mess.
It's just a mess in there. It's got like a thing, and then it's got like another thing, and it's got like a hole, and then yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's an ear. We get it.
I
We
actually
get
want
it.
to
It's an ear.
elongate this chin. I made it too short. So the other side of the jaw, it's a really smooth, consistent curve that bows out into the chin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. There's no like harsh line in there. It's just very nice. So then on the left side here, you can see a little bit of that cheek because you have that cheek on the other side, so
Mm-hmm.
it seems like it's highlighted with some contouring.
Sure. Why not?
Sure, why not? There we go.
Okay. God, this ear I drew is terrible. Let me try again. Gonna try again.
Okay, try again.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just cover it with more hair.
So then most of her neck is hidden.
Okay. A hidden neck.
Where is it?
Hidden neck village.
Her shoulder is kind of starting, actually, like, if you were to draw her left shoulder, which is the right side for us, it would start exactly 50% between the bottom lip and the bottom of the chin. And it just gently slopes down to the right.
But it doesn't cover. It just starts there?
Yeah, because she's like doing kind of a turn.
Yeah, it couldn't cover anything
Yeah.
because it's behind her head.
Yeah.
It's behind her head, but it's right between her lip and the chin is where it's coming out.
And then it looks like she's wearing sort of like, I don't know if she has like pinched together shirt or something, but it's kind of making like a V shape that sits like where like that little soft part between your two collarbones would be. So it's coming in from like the left side of her chin.
Our left?
Her left, our right.
It's coming in.
So it's like that little corner of fabric is being hidden behind her jaw. So like if you were to go directly down from the edge of her mouth to the bottom of the chin, that's where it starts to come out.
Draw a line diagonal down and to the left from that point on the chin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Julie is the most technical describer of all time, but then she won't tell you just like the direction the line should go.
Sorry. So then the other side of her neck starts just to the right of her ear because she has like a thin neck. So it's like sitting under the jaw. Goes mostly down, but then curves to the left.
Okay.
And it's pretty short because then it goes into the other side of that V-neck sweater.
Okay.
I mean, that's basically all the information. She's wearing a dark sweater. I don't know if you want to do anything with that, but
I need more information about the hair.
okay. Her hand is kind of covering it, and the photo's cropped, but she has longish hair that is billowing like back and out.
Where's her hand and which hand?
It's like she's blocking. She's like curved her hand up like she's about to push her hair away from her ear. So it's in like a little.
We're not depicting that.
I'm not drawing the hand.
We're not drawing.
I don't want to draw hands today.
Okay. There's just sort of like this zone in the bottom left that is empty, and I don't know what goes there. Is it hair?
Yeah.
To give you a better indication, Nathan, Julia just kind of stopped.
Oh yeah, I just stopped.
She just like started drawing some indications of where the hair was going and then just stopped.
It looks like she has like brunette hair with some blonde highlights maybe, or some lighter highlights.
But it would be hair down there, yes.
Okay. How's like the hair in relation to like her forehead? Like what's it look like up there?
She's got no bangs. It's just being pushed out of her head and like...
It's just being pushed out of her head.
Out of her head.
I mean, out of like her face, you know.
She's like one of those Play-Doh dolls where you push them down and the hair shoots out of the head.
Sure. All right.
That I was kidding. She's not like that. I didn't want you to think she was actually like a Play-Doh doll.
All right. We're just gonna sort of indicate that. Make this shoulder make more sense. Shoulders are big.
Yeah, you don't really see like the ends of her shoulders. It's pretty cropped in.
It's like gray she's wearing.
Yeah, she's wearing like a dark.
I mean, mine still looks a lot like RuPaul.
Yeah? Okay.
So, that's who I drew. I have no idea.
Are we both done now?
My person looks like I drew this celebrity, but cosplaying as Dana Scully. Right?
It does kind of. Mine kind of looks like RuPaul doing Dana Scully.
All right.
So
Well, I think should we show Nathan Julia's first?
Sure.
So Nathan, you can see what Julia drew, and then we'll look at what you drew.
I would love to. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here it comes. Here's Julia's.
Oh, it's Adele.
It's Adele.
Dude,
It's Adele.
You're getting Adele.
Dude, you getting Adele.
I see what I did wrong. I see a lot of what I did wrong.
I felt like Julia drew a really good Adele, though.
That's a really good Adele. Holy shit.
Thank you.
It does kind of look like Dana Scully also.
You're right?
Yeah.
Well, I think I curved some lines the wrong way.
Okay.
Is what you will see.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
interested to see.
And you'll understand why I've described mine the way I have.
As evidenced by Draw Detectives, I don't know how to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can definitely
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. But like everything I said is there.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is like it is the same description, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how you could have done much better.
No, because there's just so many like fine tweaks in there that would have had you move away from what you were drawing to what I was drawing.
The eyebrows are so so pissed.
Yeah.
I love that.
They hear Julia say a gentle slope, and I go, whoop. It's gentler than the first slopes I did.
Yours kind of looks like I have a rich grandmother who's come home and she's like, "You're getting none of my inheritance."
I kind of get vibes of like a classic painter.
Yeah.
Like who am I thinking of that does like sort of the splotchy, like impressionistic
Oh, yeah.
paintings of
You're totally right. I cannot remember for the life of me right now because all I can think of is Grandmama. It's me, Anastasia.
got some like Van Gogh energy or something. I don't
Yeah, absolutely.
know. That's so fun. I'm so excited to see this one edited with like the side by side.
Oh
Like,
Yeah.
my god!
see
Yeah.
like where the communication was lost.
It's the cheek, the edge of the face from like the cheek down. I think I got her like bottom of her face shape wrong, and then also, of course, I made her way too pissed.
This is like an absolutely fascinating drawing experiment
Yeah,
because you didn't get anything wrong. You just like interpreted what I said differently.
Yeah, and
Which
there's like
is
no
really
way to
fascinating.
know. Yeah, what a fun weird challenge.
Yeah. I liked this a lot.
I hope you all watching have enjoyed it as well. And if you
Yeah.
want to see the chaos mode version of this,
Oh,
where
God.
we swap Nathan and Julia, we can do that
Oh,
as well.
no.
Yeah.
Julia will still end up with a more accurate rendition, I bet.
I don't know. I might just come out with like a cat. Who knows? It
We-
can go in so many wild directions.
Yeah, maybe we'll draw a cat next time.
Yeah.
We can also do a round 2 with a Jacob Karina
Yeah.
Oh, for
round
sure.
as well. So whatever you want to see.
I would love to just be watching this happen instead of doing it
Yeah.
next time
It was
also. But
much
also
easier.
if people want to torment me and make me do it, I will do it for entertainment for the show.
We'll do it all for the content, baby.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. I'm going to describe now to you how if you follow these instructions, you too will make a beautiful picture of Adele.
Yeah.
First thing you have to do is click like and subscribe, and then do a gentle slope over to your URL bar and type in patreon.com/Drawfee, and then do a diagonal line down to the subscribe button there. And then you're gonna want to do a semicircle upwards
Uh-huh.
back to the URL bar, type in Drawfee merch store, and go check out our merch over there. And then do a canvas flip, and on the back of the canvas it's Twitch.
It's Twitch, and there's a semicolon.
And there's a
there.
semicolon there, a resting semicolon. Make that shape down to the follow button on Twitch and watch us there as well. That's it. Thanks for
That's it.
watching. We're sorry.
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 Hello from the other side is what my drawing's saying.
Mine saying hello, it's me.